Welcome back to Montana this morning. The time is 6:49. There we have it, the sunrise kind of sort of breaking through. It's hard to tell. There's so many clouds, but that combination just looks oh so beautiful. A beautiful Montana morning. Let's go ahead and get started with the day's news. Our top story. The Senate passed a $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill, avoiding a third government shutdown this year. The deal funds the government through September, beefing up military and domestic programs. Many fiscal conservatives are upset the agreement busts budget caps, setting the stage for another battle this fall. And another shakeup at the White House, with H.R. McMaster being relieved of his duties as National Security Advisor. President Trump announced starting April 9th, former UN Ambassador John Bolton will take over the post. Bolton is a hardliner on North Korea and Iran, both key issues facing the White House. And the Parkland, Florida teenagers driving a movement against gun violence are featured on the cover of Time magazine. The group is spearheading tomorrow's March for Our Lives rally in Washington, with local marches across the country. Hundreds of thousands of young people are expected to participate. Organizers of the Billings rally say they're expecting as many as 500 people.
We need to start at reforming gun legislation in this country, as I think it's outdated considering the caliber of weapons we have today. We want to see something change. So our march is to empower the students and the adults to step up and tell our legislators that something needs to change.
The Billings rally starts at the Yellowstone County Courthouse lawn at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. They will walk down 3rd Avenue North, turn around at North 24th, and come back down 2nd Avenue North to the federal courthouse. On the campaign trail, the 4 Republicans who want to oust Democratic U.S. Senator Jon Tester met for their first full-on debate in Bozeman. But Thursday evening saw few fireworks and lots of agreement on policy. State Auditor Matt Rosendale, Big Sky businessman Troy Downing, former State District Judge Russell Fagg of Billings, and State Senator Al Olszewski debated on the MSU campus. Fagg stressed his Montana roots and said Tester won't be able to label him as a recent transplant like he would other candidates. Rosendale repeatedly talked about getting government out of the way of business and letting the market work for healthcare, agriculture, and other areas. Downing said he's the only combat veteran and active businessman among the group and emphasized his allegiance to the Trump agenda. Olszewski said he combines the best traits of all candidates: a Montana native, a veteran, and a seasoned, battle-tested state legislator.
Really, this was a debate about style and biography. That's what stood out. Certainly you saw Rosendale and Olszewski go down into policy detail. Troy Downing talked about being a warrior and being a business person, and really, I think, sticking close to Trump. Russ Fagg, he was trying to be a little bit different. He was trying to be accessible. He was trying to be the nice guy in the room that you like. And I think you had all kinds of differences in terms of style that was present in the debate.
The Montana State College Republicans sponsored the 90-minute debate. The quartet won't debate again until late April. Now from the courthouse, a Laurel man sentenced to 80 years in prison for murder will get a new trial. In 2014, William Cunningham slashed the throat of another man during a drunken argument over which branch of the military was better. He was convicted at trial a year later, but now the Montana Supreme Court has ordered a new trial for the 63-year-old. In the court's unanimous decision, the justices found that District Judge Mary Jane Nisley should not have excluded threatening statements that the victim, 40-year-old Nathan Horn, apparently made to Cunningham. The High Court also ruled that Cunningham's defense team should have been allowed a limited inquiry into testimony from Dr. Thomas Bennett, who conducted the autopsy. State medical examiner Dr. Gary Dale said Bennett had mishandled several previous autopsies and had given false testimony in other criminal cases. Cunningham also claimed the jury was improperly influenced by media attention of the case, but the Supreme Court dismissed that. Meanwhile, a Yellowstone County jury will reconvene this morning after being sent home for the night without reaching a verdict in the trial of a Billings man who's accused of raping a girl he met online. 35-year-old Marciel Mejia is charged with sexual intercourse without consent. The case went to the jury after 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. They will resume deliberations this morning. And wrapping up our news this Friday morning, a Billings man with a disability is looking forward to more independence in a home especially built for him.
It is my very, very proud opportunity in this moment and honor to present you with the keys to your very own home.
Jim Woolleyhan there gave the house keys to Jim Brown, who will move into the new Habitat for Humanity home. This is the first time Mid-Yellowstone Valley Habitat for Humanity has built an ADA-compliant home. Brown is a paraplegic and says now he can better pursue his hobbies and invite friends to his home. Brown's home is the 79th built by the Mid-Yellowstone Valley Habitat for Humanity. It's the first time for the Apostles Build Partners, a group of about 15 churches in the area.